Imagine living in a world with powers. People who can teleport, others that can go back in time, or even some motherfucker who's just straight up immortal. And you're just sitting in the protagonist's seat in the far back corner of the classroom next to the window with zero powers whatsoever. This is the story of Nakajima Nanao, a boy who is average beyond compare in a school full of insanely powerful. Yes. Yes, I'm doing the Talentless Nana one now. What do you mean you messed up the script? Okay, edit that part out, I guess. Nanao appears to be talentless, but then shows that he actually has the talent of negating other people's powers. Wait, what the fuck do you mean he's not the protagonist? Okay, so there's this new girl called Nana. That's weird, because I thought the title was talking about... She does what? Let's just start over. Talentless Nana is an anime about a girl named Nana, who is tasked with infiltrating an island full of powerful, talented individuals, with the mission of exterminating them all. Equipped with various weapons and a smartphone containing projected kill counts of each individual, Nana must quickly and quietly murder every single one of these talented people who are there on the assumption that they are on the island to learn how to repel the enemies of humanity. You know that Nanao guy that we were talking about earlier who totally looks like the protagonist and acts like the protagonist and has a protagonist backstory and everything? Yeah, he's dead. You see, the genius of Talentless Nana is shown off right in the first episode, where we see things happen seemingly from the eyes of Nanao, whose name is close enough to that of the title to make us assume that he is the protagonist. And he gets this whole tragic backstory, his motive, and everything in the first episode, all to make us assume that he is the protagonist. And then the new girl, Nana, who is a transfer student, comes in and just turns the entire thing upside down. She's shown off as this really energetic transfer student who can apparently read minds and not read the room, and sits next to Nanao because that is the only seat open because anime trope, and quickly gets interested in his life and builds up a friendship with him. So far, classic energetic new transfer student meets gloomy old protagonist and turns his entire life around plot. And it continues like that for the rest of the episode. Just nice, wholesome interactions with a big reveal moment where Nanao shows off his totally badass ability and cements himself as the main character of the show. And then he gets thrown off a cliff. The following day, Nana just returns to class with the same bright smile and overly energetic personality, like nothing's changed. She's still playing the whole mind reader thing even though she doesn't actually have a talent, and that just shows off how smart of a character our actual main character is. And this is where we're introduced to her biggest obstacle, Kyoya. Yeah, the other transfer student, you know, the edgy one with the white hair who completely dismisses everyone. That guy. Turns out, he's just a character with an unknown talent who's as smart as Nana and is going to be the main antagonist in most of her plots. So you might be thinking, well, why didn't she just kill him first so he doesn't figure it all out? And that's a great question. So you know how I said there was a motherfucker who was immortal earlier? So around the first half of the show is the fascinating dance between these two genius class people playing 5D chess while everyone else is playing checkers. One of them using elaborate plots to figure out each person's weakness and kill them, and the other investigating everything and trying to pin down the murderer. Well, actually, Kyoya's there to investigate something about his sister who went missing on the island 5 years ago, but that's not important. For the anime, at least. And here's where you really see how unsettling and amazing Nana's mind is. How she works to decipher each person's ability and figure out all their weaknesses, sometimes before they can even figure it out themselves. Time Travel Boy gets weaker every single time he travels to the past, so she lures him on a wild goose chase, then into a lake, and freezes him in the past, which kills him in the past, and he no longer exists in the present. Necromancer Girl can't have zombies in the daylight and also needs an artifact to keep zombies working, so she steals the artifact, threatens to destroy it, mentally destroys the Necromancer Girl by telling her her boyfriend never was real, and then poisons her to death. And through all of this, I somehow found myself rooting for Nana despite her committing possibly some of the most fucked up acts in anime, because the show did not once stop for long enough to give me the time to think, hey, wait a minute, this is fucked up. After one murder, Nana immediately moves on to the next. She dodges accusations, deflects investigations, and is able to take out students left and right, sometimes even using her own murders as an alibi for other murders. She moves so fast that by the time you figure out what she did, she'd have explained it already. And when Kyoya finally catches on to her plans, she is able to shake him off using the one tiniest crack in his logic. There is no doubt that Nana is possibly the best instance of the whole "the power of humanity is intelligence" trope, since she actually is able to completely deconstruct other people's talents and weaknesses before they themselves even realize what's going on. Of course, with a couple of exceptions, Kyoya and Jin. And Michiru too, but that's just because she and Nana are friends. Actually, fuck Kyoya and Jin, they're not even that important until later in the story. Michiru is possibly the most impactful character in Nana's arc, and I'm going to spend the rest of this video talking about her. You see, throughout the episodes, Michiru is shown to be a very naive, very caring person with the power to heal others at the expense of her own lifespan. In fact, she is so naive and so caring that she ends up getting Nana to doubt her own purpose in killing people, so eventually, the two become friends, and Michiru becomes the inciting incident for the rest of the story. Nana has to battle through her own beliefs that everyone on the island is evil to save her friend who is being attacked by another killer. She figures it out at the last second and saves Michiru, and ends up fatally wounded, leading to this very touching scene where Michiru overexerts her own power to resurrect her. I say this scene is touching because it makes you feel bad for both of the characters. Nana is content with dying there, with letting her sins catch up with her and finally being free from it all. But Michiru wouldn't let that happen, because she doesn't know the full truth. She revives Nana, believing that she is a good person and not knowing that she is the culprit behind every single murder that has happened so far. And the scene switches to Nana, alive, standing there in the moonlight, and turning around to find Michiru dead. Gone before she could even know the truth. And the rest of Nana's character arc is entirely classified information because I only warned you for anime spoilers. Oh, did I say that was the inciting incident for the rest of the story? Fuck you, because that's the end of the anime. Go read the manga. But anyways, since that's all I can say about the story for now, I want to round off the video with a little discussion of morals. Specifically, the morality behind killing someone to save the lives of others. The classic trolley problem. Talentless Nana certainly isn't the first show to do this. In fact, so many shows have done this that the trolley problem has become part of writing 101. But so far, this is one of the best executed ones that I've seen. In this anime, everything that happens is in a kind of moral gray space. Is Nana just for killing people that she believes to be potential killers of millions, or is she unjust for killing what are basically just people? Is she truly in the wrong, or is she just following orders? These are similar questions to the ones asked in Fate Zero and Executioner Girl, and are a great way to keep your audience thinking even long after they've finished your story. Every episode of Talentless Nana, I saw just as many people in the comments who hated Nana as the ones that rooted for her. So anyways, those are my 2 cents. I think you can tell that this show quickly took a place in my top 10, because I love shows that are able to make you think you know what's going on and then completely subvert your expectations. It's something that both frustrates and fascinates me, and I always find myself sucked right into the shows that are able to do that. And if you're like me and you finished the show and read the manga and still want more stuff like it, I mentioned Executioner Girl earlier. It's a very similar kind of plot, and I feel you'd see a lot of parallels between the two stories, so if you haven't seen that, there you go. Now with that, I've about run out of stuff to say, so if you've enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and subscribe. My name is Sue, and I will see you next time.